Here inside the post-game show, Dan Hilton having the pleasure of being joined by the head coach of the Adelphi men's basketball team in Dave Duke. And it was a story of two halves. But before we get into the X's and O's, I have to ask about the two freshmen, of course. 25 points from Dwayne Williams, and adding 19 was Ronnie Silva. And in the modern age of basketball, when guys are just, again, pouring things in from beyond the arc, you seem to show the entire Center for Recreation and Sport why you recruited these guys and why they were brought in.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. They're both great young players. Our entire new class that we brought in of the 4 freshmen and the 2 junior college guys, very talented, and they're great kids too. They're great young men. They work hard every single day. Every minute of the day, we're out there with them and we're working. And you see that they came up. Those guys really saved us. Those guys did a great job of really putting the team on our back when we were on their back when we were struggling, and it showed. Really, and I'm just very happy because they're also great young men.
And before we do talk about the defensive side of the ball, I want to stick on the offense about the selflessness of your 3 seniors. And let's add the junior in Austin Beach, who was dealing with a little foul trouble. You get 26 total points from your incumbent starters in those 4. And again, it was about feeding the hot hands, but what does it tell about their experience and their selflessness to know that the victory is more important, and you just, again, have to feed the players who are doing well on that day?
So ironically, when we break every huddle, we say selfless. And that's exactly why. Those guys came up. The chemistry that this team has is terrific. You could see that we're really a very close-knit group. The guys really love each other, and they want to win. We just want to win. And the guys know it doesn't matter who's scoring. The other day, it was Connor and it was Jack. Today, it was Ronnie and it was Dwayne. You know, Nick gave us a really good one over the weekend. So it's a team game, and this group really understands that, and I'm really proud of them for that.
And now talking about the defensive side of things, Brandon Jacobs, he also had a career day, the number 10 on the other side, but he only had 7 points then in that second half, where there was something that changed at halftime, a game plan for him, in terms of just getting the defensive rebounds when he needed to. And also Jack Laffey, a number of times in this game, as we got to see, putting his body on the line, whether it was defensive rebounds, sprawling on the floor, doing what had to be done on the defensive side of things.
You know, I thought our guys did a good job. Brandon made some tough shots in the first half. And it just really seemed like they were scoring. They scored 37 in the first and in the second. It just seemed like in the first they were just pouring them in. I think because our offense was laboring to score so much. And Brandon's a great player. I think he's an Adelphi killer. It seems like every time we play against him.
A career high coming in against you guys, with 21, and now again,
So he's tough. He's a local guy. He's a heck of a ball player. And he made some tough shots, but I was very happy with the way our guys continued to defend. They knew what the game plan was, and they didn't stray from it. They stayed the course, and we did a very nice job up until that final buzzer.
And now, Coach, not only do you get your first win in conference, you're 3-0 on the season. And you don't want to bring up what last year was or too much of last year, but it seems like, again, with a very, very similar group, the goals have been reset, and we're trying to figure things out. Now, on the road against New Haven, what do you take from this one? Again, it just was hot hands. You mentioned it could be somebody different every night, but what are some of the main foundations you've taken from, I guess, now this last week, what you'll take on a Saturday against New Haven?
It's really defending and rebounding. Yeah. They had 6 offensive rebounds in the first half. They had 2 offensive rebounds in the second half. So this team, we're really just worried about defending and rebounding. And I knew that our offense was struggling in the first half. But what I was most disappointed with was that we had 11 turnovers and we gave up 6 offensive rebounds. Right. So we reeled that in. We had 4 turnovers in the second half and we gave up 2 offensive rebounds. So this team has really bought into defending and rebounding. Doesn't worry who gets the points. We're fortunate. We put up 84 tonight. We put up 90-something the other day. And the guys know, as long as we get stops and we get rebounds, we're going to go out. We're going to really push the ball. We're going to play our style of basketball.
And you did play your style of basketball today as Adelphi moves to 3-0 on the season, 1-0 in the NE10. They pick up the 84-74 victory over the Pace Setters. And as we wrap this one up, for my color man, Dan Savarino, for the head coach of the men's basketball team in Dave Duke, I'm Dan Hilton. Have a great night.